This is a response to one of the comments on one of my videos. I believe that comment has been taken down, but I thought it would be a good idea to actually do a respectful response to that comment. What's up, everybody? Sensei here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another video. Do I have something in store for y'all today? So just sit back and relax. And if you're living in the UK or Europe, let eRod supply all your PEV needs. So let's get this video underway. Right here, you're looking at my riding weight, 195 pounds. And this is very important for some of the things I'm going to say today. No music. This is going to be straight commentary. So you have to listen to my voice through this whole thing. But this was my stats for the day. Top speed 28.6. I did have a full charge when I started. Battery went down to 79 to 80%. I only did 7 miles because the weather is cold. Okay. Now I did free spin the Tesla at 80% battery. I got 39.8 miles an hour before it cut off. That is without weight, without load. And just remember these two pictures here. Okay. We'll come back to that. But this is where it all started for me. And as you can see now, look, man, there's no skateboarding, bicycle riding, rollerblading, or scooter riding back here. But you know what? I said, I'm going to come back here and show people where it all started and how I got my start riding the EUC. So this is really kind of surreal for me because I know when I started, and anyone that's been with me from the beginning saw me falling and stumbling back here. Now I can come cranking through here and just enjoy the fruits of my labor. So any new rider, just take your time, enjoy the process. There's a lot of great channels out there that you can get instruction from. And just take your time learning. But what I do want to add is know your limits of your skill and know the limits of your will. The sooner that you understand those two things, the safer rider you'll become, and at the same time, your skill level will increase. Okay? And I know that might sound a little bit confusing. I always say in my videos, do not try to chase other people's skill level when you're not up to their skill level, because you can get yourself hurt very quickly. And EUC is fun to ride, but you have to respect that learning process. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there was a comment made on one of my videos, right? And I'm not looking to call out people, but I think, I've been riding long enough to warn riders, especially new riders, about the safety of riding an EUC. Okay. The Tesla V2, this is the model that I have, it is not a 40 mile an hour wheel. You will not get this wheel up to 40 miles an hour. And there was a statement made in one of my videos that someone said that they've ridden their Tesla at 40 miles an hour quite a few times. That wheel will cut off before it gets to 40 miles an hour. Two of the best Tesla riders that I've seen, and there's a lot, and I'm not trying to single people out. I mean, there's a lot of great riders out there. Again, I'm still learning. Is to Sean Foy and U-Stride. I've watched a lot of their videos and watching these brothers take it and push those wheels to their limit. But if I'm not mistaken, now you can go check the videos for yourself. I think the top speed they might have got those wheels to is 33 miles an hour. And even then, they were recommending that you don't push the wheel that hard. Make sure you know what you're doing. And one thing that I've learned just from watching many EUC videos, and you'll hear a lot of experienced riders say this: respect the beeps. Respect the beeps. And if you don't respect those beeps, it's only due time till you're eating an asphalt sandwich. You're going to go down. You're going to have a cutoff. Even here, as you could hear, I'm hitting the beeps down this road, and I was getting beeps at 28 miles an hour. Like I said, my top speed for this day was 28.6, and it was kind of windy, so I didn't want to push it much further. But I know what my capabilities are. I know what the capabilities of the Tesla are. A couple factors go into play when you're looking at the speed of a wheel. Just because one person can push a wheel that fast doesn't mean you can do it. Depends on your skill, depends on your weight, depends on the riding conditions. If you have a person that's 130 pounds, they're going to be able to take and push a wheel faster. If you weigh, let's say, 180 or 190 or a 200-pound rider, they're going to be able to take that same wheel. If you're on identical wheels, the lighter person is going to be able to push that wheel a lot faster. It's just less weight. Okay? So, new riders, you have to realize that. If you're pushing and riding your wheel at the beeps or the upper limits of its speed, and you hit a bump or a dip in the road, and you come down and you torque that wheel forward and you jump it up, a few miles per hour or a few kilometers per hour, you could have a cutoff. If I'm riding at 30 miles an hour and I hit a bump and I come down and I torque the front of that wheel and I jump that thing up to 33, upper parts of 33 and 34 miles an hour, I'm going to cut the Tesla off. Again, it's not a 40-mile-an-hour wheel. Like I said, I'll normally cruise this thing 28, 29, but I don't push it. You have to be careful. You have to, you got to respect those beeps, man. It's very important. But anyone that has ridden the Tesla knows that this wheel is not a 40-mile-an-hour wheel. As much as I love the Tesla, it's a solid wheel. It's a solid street wheel. You're riding on a 2.1-inch tire, and that is not something that you want to be taking up to 40 miles an hour anyway. You're not. This wheel can get squirrely on you in a minute, so you definitely have to know what you're doing when you're riding on the upper speed levels of the Tesla. I'm not the best rider out there, but I do have 537 miles on a Tesla, so I definitely learned a thing or two while riding. And I've had the chance to ride with some great riders, and that was at the Wheel Life Rally 2020. And I got to ride with a lot of the riders that I learned off of. It was fantastic. I got to ride with You Stride. I got to ride with Nate from the Grander Life. I got to ride with the Black Cobra. Got to ride with Jesse Pike. Showtime. Leon. Jeremy. Law. And again, I've learned from a lot of these riders. But I took my time to work my way up to that level. And when I went to the Wheel Rally, I knew what I was capable of and what I was incapable of. and I rode within the limits of my ability. And I think that's very important, especially for me. Each time that I step on that wheel and I set out, I want to make it back home in one piece. So although I will push myself within my limit. I don't want to see any rider go down or get hurt because of misinformation. Again, the Tesla is not a 40-mile-an-hour wheel. So any new rider out there or anyone out there that has a Tesla, do not try to push this wheel to 40 miles an hour, because you're not going to get it to 40 miles an hour. You can spin it, free spin it, up to 40 without a load on it. But under load, this wheel will not hit 40 miles an hour. If you try it, you're going to have a bad cutoff. So just keep that in mind. And new riders, don't rush the process. Enjoy the learning process. Speed is fun. Like, I like going fast. But at the same time, it's like driving a car or riding a motorcycle. There's a time and place for everything. And I kind of liken an EUC to a motorcycle, but at the same time, you have to respect the speed of both of these things. I know a lot of guys that ride motorcycles, and what they say, you have to respect the speed. You get some of these new riders on motorcycles, and they'll take and get that thing up at a high speed and lose control of it because they don't have the experience, to tame that machine. Enjoy the process. Know your limit. And when you're ready to push it, you'll know it. So if you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, sub to the channel. Again, I'm just trying to do my part, helping riders stay safe on the road, always gear up. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sensei. Hello. Good night.